All right, my lovely sixth graders, it is time for a recap of our science lesson today. All right, we are working on the big idea of how our body systems in organisms organize and how do they interact in order to perform life functions. That was our big question for the entire unit. We're starting with what are the levels of organization in living things. So as I go through this video, feel free to pause so that you have time to copy down the notes because I am going to go pretty fast. But thank goodness you have a pause button so that you can pace it for yourself. All right, our guiding question for this section of our notes is, what are the 5 levels of organization that make up living things? Now, you have a test coming up, so Cornell Notes we find are a perfect way to help us get prepared for the test. So we start with just a recap of what we learned in class. So going back to a few of the things we've learned in class, starting with level 1, we saw that cells, we know that all living things are made up of one or more cells. That's the basic unit of life. We've also learned that in multicellular organisms, different cells do different jobs. So like in you and me and in the plants and our pets at home, we have different cells that comprise, so make us up. And those cells all do different jobs. The lung cells do their job. We have stomach cells that do their job. All of them have different jobs. We got to see in class examples of bone cells as well as I think it was a heart cell, yeah. So we got to see that they are made up differently, and that's because they do different jobs. And then our second level that we looked at, so cells make up tissues. So a group of similar cells that work together to carry out a specific job, so a task, they make up the next level, level 2, which would be tissues. So tonight, for homework, after you're done copying down the notes, I've given you a couple examples of tissue, one example of tissues, muscle tissues, and their job is to provide movement for the body. You're going to look up the 4 main types of tissues found in humans. That's your homework tonight. All right, we'll see you in class tomorrow, and we'll go to levels 3 and 4. Have a good day.